There's a certain type of person. They don't post much anymore. They don't explain themselves. They've pulled back from conversations that used to excite them. They've gone quiet. And most people around them have no idea why. Some assume they're struggling. Some take it personally. But what nobody around them understands is that this person isn't falling apart. They're getting ready. There's a pattern that shows up in people right before a major period of growth. They withdraw. They become selective. They stop performing for the room. Almost every person who has gone through real transformation will tell you the same thing. Before the breakthrough, there was silence. Before the clarity, there was withdrawal. This is not a coincidence. This is psychology. When a person is about to level up in their thinking, their habits, their life, the mind begins to conserve energy. It redirects focus inward. It becomes protective of attention. Going quiet isn't withdrawal, it's preparation. Most people live their lives facing outward, chasing validation, seeking approval, filling silence because silence feels uncomfortable. But the people who grow, the ones who actually change, they learn to turn inward. And when you turn inward, you naturally become quieter on the outside. They stop oversharing, not because they're hiding, but because they're processing. They stop engaging in every conversation, not because they don't care, but because they're more careful about where their energy goes. They stop explaining themselves to everyone, because they've realized that most explanations are just a need for approval in disguise. This shift can feel lonely. It can feel like drifting from people once close to them. But that's not failure. That's alignment. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. They're auditing their life, looking at their habits, their relationships, their daily patterns, and asking a question they've been too distracted to ask before. Is this actually working for me? And when they start asking that honestly, they stop doing a lot of things automatically. They pause, they evaluate, they sit with discomfort instead of running from it. This process is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. Growth has never happened in comfort. It happens in the space between who you were and who you're becoming. And that space is always quiet. Their standards are rising. The conversations that used to satisfy them no longer do. The goals that used to motivate them feel too small now. The version of themselves they've been showing the world, they know it's not the full picture anymore. So they go quiet, because they're not ready to show the new version yet. They're still building it. The world misreads this. People who go quiet before they grow are often labeled cold, distant, antisocial, going through something. But the truth is the opposite. They're more aware than they've ever been, more intentional, more focused. The noise wasn't making them better, it was keeping them comfortable. And comfortable was the one thing standing between them and the life they actually wanted. So they chose discomfort. They chose silence. They chose themselves. If someone you know has gone quiet, don't mistake their silence for struggle. And if you are that person, the one who has pulled back, gone inward, stopped performing, know that what you're doing takes more strength than most people will ever understand. The caterpillar doesn't fight the cocoon, it surrenders to it, because what's coming on the other side is worth every moment of the dark. The world will have opinions about the silence. Let them, because the people who go quiet before they grow, they don't need to explain what's happening. When they emerge, and they always do, it speaks for itself. If this felt like something you needed to hear today, share it with someone who needs it too. And if you want to understand the psychology of how people think, grow, and become who they're meant to be, subscribe. We're just getting started.